This lens, holy shit. Hey, what the fuck is going on? Hope you're having a shit one. Today, me and Lamont are out in the city again, and you probably guessed it, but we found another photo location. This spot oh yeah, my fucking alarm goes off. And it's interrupting me. Fly my drone. My alarm says fly my drone. Okay. This is the day after I just finished filming Editing Drunk episode 5. So I woke up this morning with the biggest fucking headache, and I even threw up in the morning. I threw up at the end when I finished filming, and then I threw up again this morning, and I just felt so shit. But I sat in the sun, had heaps of tea, had Barocca, ate a fuckload. I feel a little bit better now, but I still feel like shit. The only reason I can actually make a video right now and have the energy and motivation to do this is because I want to go take photos of my car. And that always just seems to get me out of the house. We're going to a car park rooftop. The car is already parked there, but I am a little bit hungry. Yeah, this is Australia Day weekend. So today's a public holiday. It's technically Monday, so probably everywhere is going to be closed. That's why there's such a little amount of people in the city right now. Well, that's annoying. That poses great threat for my stomach. This is a 35mm 1.2 from Sigma. It's got a bit of weight to it and it looks really good. I don't really know what the point of this is because it has an automatic option for this, but there is a manual aperture ring too, but you can just flick it over to auto. I feel like that kind of defeats the purpose. I don't know what you'd use it for. I guess if you just want to have that manual sense. I've shot in the 35mm heaps, but I've actually had a 35 1.4 I used to own, and then now I have a 40mm 1.4, but I never knew about a 35 1.2. I'm not going to set any expectations, but that's going to be a really shallow depth of field and hopefully really sharp as well. But let's find out. I'm pretty much just going to go around the car, do my thing, try and photograph as many angles as I can, get close-ups, far away shots. I'm not going to shoot the whole photo shoot on 1.2 because generally for my car pictures, I'm going to aim to shoot the car around f4, depending on your lighting conditions, of course. But because we've got some nice dull lighting going on, it's like just before golden hour, so it's still about an hour and a half before the sun fully sets right now, but it's really nice lighting here. And then we just go home and I'll just show you the photos and we'll just have a little chat. Sound good? Well, I love getting up just a little bit higher. Such a nice view from up here, actually. Alright, I want to keep this nice and short, snappy, whatever, but this lens, holy shit, it is very sharp. Like, look at this. I'm 4:1 zoomed in. However, at f1.2, the chromatic aberration, and yeah, that is with remove chromatic aberration. So if I tick that off, oh yeah, that just does fucking nothing. This is one of the photos I took of the car on f1.2, and I also developed a new preset called desaturated. So it basically just desaturates everything, and then you grab a graduated filter and you drag it up. You don't need that much exposure down. You bring the exposure down a little bit, and then you bring a bit of clarity on it. And then I went over the calipers here with a brush tool, and then I just bring the highlights back a little bit, and I brought the green calipers back. I can't even remember how I did it. I just pretty much brought the saturation up, and then you can do the same to the other wheel. And then yeah, that's pretty much the preset. Those are going to be dropping in a couple of weeks. Hopefully we're getting the website up. We're getting the website launched and ready for the 22nd of Feb, but anyway, I'll make separate videos about that, but that's exciting. This is one of the back shots I took, and just from a distance, and when you try to zoom in, if you don't get the focus completely correct, like there is a different focus from the badges to the tail lights. Like that's f1.2 for you. You really don't need to shoot on f1.2 because even when you're shooting portraits, if you focus onto somebody's eyes, their nose is going to be out of focus. And not to mention, when I was focusing something, it was like it took forever on manual focus just to get to where you needed to focus as well. Like the focus wheel, way too long. Way too long. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's still a fucking amazing lens. Okay, here's a shot that I took on f3.5. I mean, look at the detail on the wheel here. Even the before shot, I can almost read. I can, but like, I can actually read it. I can read some of the letters, the tiny letters here on the tires. And there is a lot less chromatic aberration as we saw in f1.2. That seems to be a lot more common the bigger you expose your aperture ring, or the larger you make your aperture ring. That seems to be a lot more common. I mean, f3.5, I mean, brate, come on, that's pretty fucking good. Look how far zoomed we are in. Ready? Fit. There was a bit of lag when it zoomed out because we were zoomed in so much. How much is a 35 1.2, by the way? It is double the price of an f1.4. Here's my final opinion. If you got the cash, fucking get one. If you don't got the cash, get an f1.4, because I reckon the Sigma 35mm, that one lens could single-handedly hold up Sigma's entire business with the amount of money that lens makes it. I reckon it's Sigma's best-selling lens, and it's also one of the best lenses to ever exist, is this Sigma 35mm 1.4. The f1.2 being double the price, I mean, I reckon you could pick one of these up secondhand for, they still hold their value actually. I mean, I reckon you could buy a Sigma 35mm 1.4, use it for an entire year, do some jobs with it and stuff until you want to upgrade it to a 1.2, which I still don't really think is necessary, but like I said, if you got the cash, whatever, just fucking get one. And then still sell this for almost the money you bought it for, I reckon. If you can get a fat discount or there's a really fat sale going on, get a 1.2, but otherwise I'd put my money into like a 105mm. How much is a 105? That's what I'd be getting for $2,000, is a 105mm. That's enough shit talking from me today. I hope I taught you something new in today's video. I definitely learnt a lot of new stuff about the Sigma or 1.2. So, if you did like this video, leave a like down below. Help me out by hitting subscribe. But with that all said and done, have a shit one.
Mike's going to the bathroom and he's giving me the keys to his car, so I'm gonna take it for a joyride. No, I'm kidding, I can't fucking drive manual.